I've got something exciting for you today. What if I told you that if you give me just 15 minutes of your time, I will give you back 10 years of your life? It sounds unbelievable, right? But stick with me, and by the end of this video, you might just see things in a totally different light. Trust me, what I am about to share took me 10 years to understand, but it is going to help you unlock your true potential. Let's start with a mind-bending concept. Time doesn't exist. And I know that's a big statement, but hear me out. The past is simply memories you replay in your mind. It's a version of events that is shaped by your emotions and perceptions, and your memory of the past is often distorted. The future, on the other hand, is mostly just your mind predicting what might happen based on those very same biased memories. So, where does that leave us? We are left with the present moment, the now. And that is the only time that's real. This may sound like philosophy or a bit out there, but I promise you, once you start shifting your focus, everything will change. I spent years struggling with these ideas until one day it clicked, and everything I had learned came together. You see, what I'm about to share is not just theoretical. It is deeply practical, and it's something that can drastically improve the way you live your life. I am speaking from experience, and I know this can have a profound impact on you if you allow it to. The truth is, time as we perceive it is an illusion. What we experience as reality is not based on the natural laws we've been taught to believe in. Instead, it's a perceived reality, a reality that is influenced by the collective consciousness of humanity. This means that how you perceive the world, your mindset, and your beliefs shape your reality. This is why certain people seem to be stuck in negative patterns, and others seem to manifest success, peace, and happiness so effortlessly. It all comes down to the way you perceive the world and what you believe to be true. Now, I know this might be difficult to understand, but just hang on and allow this to sink in. In a moment, I'm going to introduce you to a concept that will change everything for you. Let me introduce you to something called the law of assumption. You may have heard about this in other YouTube videos, but this is different. This is a concept taught by the 19th century mystic Neville Goddard, and it's become one of the most important discoveries of my life. The law of assumption says that what you assume to be true, even if it's not true yet, will eventually become true. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's not about hoping something will happen or daydreaming about your ideal life. It's about conviction. When you truly believe something with no doubt and hold that belief consistently, it starts to shape your reality. For example, if you truly believe that you'll never be financially secure, that you'll always struggle with money, guess what? Your reality will reflect that. You'll keep encountering situations that reinforce that belief. But on the flip side, if you believe that abundance is your birthright and that you are capable of earning money doing what you love, that belief will shape your reality as well. You may be wondering, how is this possible? Well, it's because reality is observer-dependent. What that means is that the world we experience is influenced by the way we perceive it. In simpler terms, your inner world, and that is your beliefs, thoughts, and assumptions directly impacts the outer world, that is your circumstances, relationships, and experiences. This is why two people can experience the same situation in totally different ways. One person might see an opportunity, while the other sees an obstacle. The key here is to change how you perceive the world and start aligning your assumptions with the reality you want to experience. And here is where it gets really interesting. This shift in perception has the power to completely change your life. It has worked wonders for me, and I know it can work for you too. I'm not saying it's easy, but with consistent effort, it will change the way you interact with the world. Let's take an example. Have you ever noticed that people who believe they are unlucky seem to always encounter bad luck? Or people who think they're destined to always attract toxic relationships keep doing so. This is a result of their deep self-concept. Their inner beliefs about themselves and the world are being reflected back at them in the form of their reality. It's like a mirror. So, if you want to see changes in your life, you need to examine your own assumptions. Ask yourself, what do I truly believe about myself? What do I truly believe about the world? Sit down and reflect honestly. When you do this, you'll likely discover that your life is reflecting exactly what you believe deep down. This realization is where the real power lies. One more thing to consider. If you give power to external forces, whether that's a higher power, the government, or anyone else, then you are giving away your control over your life. You are not powerless, and the universe does not operate on random chance. You are not at the mercy of an unpredictable world. In fact, the universe works according to laws, one of the most powerful of which is the law of assumption. Once you understand that you have the power to shape your reality by changing your assumptions, things will start to shift. This isn't about controlling everything in your life. It's about realizing that you have the ability to direct the course of your life based on what you choose to believe and assume. Let's bring in a concept from the Hermetic philosophy, which has been incredibly helpful to me. The Hermetic teachings state that the universe is mental. This means that the universe and everything in it is shaped by thought. The ancient sages understood that reality is not as solid as it seems. It's more like a dream. And in this dream, you are the dreamer. The Hermetic principle states that the world is Maya, a Sanskrit term meaning illusion or dream. The world we experience is only real to those who are still asleep. Once you wake up to the truth of who you are, you begin to see through the illusion. Imagine that for a moment. This world you live in is a dream, and you are the one dreaming it. The moment you realize this, everything starts to shift. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstance, and instead, you realize you're the one creating the dream. Now, if you apply the law of assumption for just a month, I guarantee you'll start to see at least one manifestation that will blow your mind. You'll witness the power of your thoughts and beliefs in action, and you will begin to see how malleable this reality really is. This can happen with anything: money, relationships, health, career, whatever you choose to focus on. But here's the thing. The world we live in is not always supportive of these truths. The news, for instance, is mostly a distraction, a carefully crafted illusion designed to keep you trapped in fear and uncertainty. The goal is to make you believe that external forces are in control. But once you understand how powerful your beliefs are, you will stop giving in to the narratives others try to sell you. So, what is the goal in all of this? The goal is to wake up to realize that you are not a powerless human, but an eternal being capable of creating your own reality. Death is not the end. It's merely a transition. In fact, this might not be your first life on this earth, and that's okay. This is all part of the game we are playing, but once you realize who you really are, the game shifts. The challenge is to wake up to the fact that you are the dreamer of this reality, and everything you experience is a result of your own assumptions and beliefs. Once you realize this, you will start to play the game with confidence and purpose. I hope this video gave you a new perspective on life and the power you have to shape your reality. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, share it with someone who might benefit from it, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. I would love to hear what you think about all this. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more content like this. Until next time, remember that you are the dreamer, and the life you want is already within your reach. Choose your reality today, and the world will reflect it back to you.